allergies. How many allergens do we have to declare by law? 14. Can we name all those 14 allergies? Let's go through that. Just shout it out. Sorry?
Celery.
Celery, good. Egg.
Nuts.
Nuts.
Dairy. Nuts.
Lupin. Oh, that's a good one, isn't it? Mollusks, yeah. Crustaceans. Oh, I tell you, we're rocking and rolling today, aren't we, eh?
Mustard.
Sorry?
Mustard.
Mustard.
Soya.
Sulfites. Soya. What else? We've got sesame.
Sesame.
Yeah. Have we got peanuts?
Yeah, peanut.
All right, okay. Let's start looking in at what products would have. Do you have any products what products have nuts in it you sell here? What products? Sorry? Corey, what type of nut is in it? Cashew nuts. What's the other one? So you've got pistachio, almonds. Okay, so let's look at the most common nuts that people are allergic to. Tree nuts. We use the word tree nuts. Is cashew and walnut. Yeah, cashew and walnut. In your allergen matrix, do you have an allergen matrix? Yeah. Do you tick nuts, or do you actually specify what type of nut it is? You specify what type of nut it is. That's brilliant. That's the right way.
Nuts and peanuts, yes.
Yeah, but do you say what type of nut it is?
No, we don't mention it.
You should mention that, yeah?
Normally there's customer requirement because the customer will tell you, okay, I'm allergic to cashew nuts and not to any other nut.
Exactly. There you go. Thank you very much. You answered the question.
Then you classify, okay, you can have this dish or you can't have that dish.
Yeah, so that's a really good point there. Thank you. I tell you, you've got good points there, haven't you? All right. So when we talk about nuts, sometimes people are not allergic to all types of nuts, just to certain nuts, and that's why we have to identify. Like you said, your customer said, "I'm allergic to cashew nuts, but I'm all right with everything else." Yeah. And that's why we have to identify what nut is in the product. So in your allergy matrix, you identify what allergy. The same with gluten. Do you just tick gluten, or do you say things like wheat, barley, rye, and oats?
Gluten.
You have to put in there wheat, barley, rye, oats, any sort of cereal that contains gluten, you have to write it down in full, like kamut, spelt, stuff like that. All right, you have to do that. Because not everybody, some people are just allergic to wheat, not all cereals. Does that make sense? They're the only two you have to specify on there. Good. So, Jejuni, we've got, what's the main symptoms of that? Campylobacter jejuni, what's the main symptoms? Diarrhea. What's in the diarrhea? It's diarrhea with what in it? Blood, that's it. So that's a characteristic of that. If you've got blood in the diarrhea, good. E. coli, all right, so it's got burgers, stuff like that, but also things like lettuces as well, like there've been outbreaks with rocket leaves. One here, it's found in soft cheese and stuff like that, multiplies at low temperatures. What is it?
Listeria.
Listeria, that's it. So that's one you've got to worry about. That has a really high fatality rate in older groups, people over 60 years of age, and pregnant women for their unborn babies. You know, so really, if you've got any unpasteurised cheeses, you shouldn't really be using them. Or if you do use them, you need to let your customers know about it. Yeah, very important. This so one here. When's the first time you should wash your hands?
When you get to work.
Yeah, before you start your shift, don't you? So you go in there, you wash your hands, job done. When else should you wash your hands? When else?
Toilet.
Going to the toilet, very important. All right. What else?
Touching your hair.
Touching your face, touching your hair. Good, I like that. Good, thank you very much. That's a really good answer. So basically, handling raw food. So after handling raw food. Yeah. So it's least important after handling cooked food, but particularly important after handling raw food. What else? Allergens as well. If you've been handling peanuts and things like that, washing your hands. Any other reasons? Blast chilling, that's another critical step in the process. What about delivery?
Checking temperature.
Check, well, the correct temperature, at that. What about storage? Is that critical?
Yes.
Yeah, so really for caterers, a lot of the CCPs are going to be temperature related. Because if you don't cook the chicken properly, there's nothing else you're going to do, is there? If you don't check it,